Yeah. What it do? Yeah, it's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am him, Junes, the NBIC, giving all praise and glory to the heavenlies, for they are worthy to be what? To be praised. Last but not least, want to give a shout out to all you guys for your continuous support, leaving all your feedback, positive, negative, all things is respected, because it allows me to do what I do best, and that is to continue keeping my foot on these heathens, these Hebrews, and the newly installed. You hear me? Newly installed Heathenites next. Round of applause for that. Want to give a shout out to the New York Knicks for playing a phenomenal game, even though they lost. Want to definitely give another shout out to Philadelphia. Why? Because, it gives us a chance to see another great game, right? Some old school essence basketball. You know what I'm saying? These are the things I like to watch. I know it's not part of the podcast, Repent or Die, but hey, man, you know what I'm saying? We still outside. Sometimes you gotta sit back and relax while you watch the world burn. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we gonna learn. But that's neither here nor there. As you guys can see what the title says, man, the creator is really out here putting their spirit inside of us, awaken our soul. Yeah, our soul is being awoken while everybody's being put asleep. And I'm going to show you right now. You're going to see everybody being put asleep. And while everybody's sleeping, the children of Akobi is waking up, man. Like, we really waking up. The desire for us to go home, even major production companies, right? Like Disney is showing movies like, we had the Black Panther, which was a phenomenal movie. Then you get this new movie, the Lion King, where now all of a sudden it's literally being seen in I want to say in a cartoonish, but in a physical form, like in a real life aspect. And you seeing all of these things happening. You're seeing people coming back from, vacation and telling you how beautiful these places are. And, people is waking up, and people no longer want to go to the Caribbean. People don't want to go to Mexico and go to Europe. Like, people's really desiring to go back to Africa. And I'm sitting back and I'm just in my thoughts like, yo. And shout out to my cuz, because she sent me the video, because I was going to talk about the AI technology. But when she showed me that video and I'm just looking, I'm like, look how these people is just shedding a different light upon Africa. Remember when we was growing up, Africa was seen as dirty, sickness, people can't afford to eat. They got nowhere to sleep. They place look bad. That's the image that we seen. And I remember when I first started driving and I got my first oil change, and I still go get my oil change from the same particular spot, right? I remember going inside and I seen this big poster on the wall. And I asked the guy, I said, yo, what is that? What place is that? The brother said, hey, this is Africa. I said, what? He said, my brother, you don't know what you're missing. Don't let these people fool you. Africa is beautiful. Just like that. He said, you should visit. I said, and at that time, I'm still ignorant. I'm still in the streets. I'm whatever. I'm like, yeah, I see. You know what I'm saying? It was more like, yeah, I see. Right? But the more I started doing my studies, and I'm not even talking about like the Hebrew stuff. I'm just talking about just doing studies, trying to find self, right? Because there was upon a time in my life where I was really trying to find myself. I'm like, nah, son, everybody can trace themselves back to some area of the world. Chinese people go back to China. Europeans go back to Europe, right? Russians go back to Russians. But black people, right? My origin is not Haiti. You feel me? Your origin is not Jamaica. It's not Trinidad. It's not America. These are not our origin. So where's my origin? So I went back and I started reading books like the Haitian Revolution to find out that the mass majority of my people was taken from the place of Benin. And then when I look into Benin and Cameroon, I kid you not, it looks exactly identical to how the people, not just how they look, but how they're living in Haiti. Like identical. Literally, you would think they're twins. Matter of fact, let me show you. Let me show you. It's better for me to show you than tell you. Let me show you. Let me show you. It's better for me to show you than to tell you. Share my screen. I don't know why my internet moving so slow. You see this? I just want you to see this is how these people looking like right now. This is in Benin. Okay? This is Benin. All right? Now, let's go back. Matter of fact, that's why we here. I mean, you're gonna see all the violence, but I want you to see how these people is looking. See, this is all refuge. I don't want to see the refuge. I don't want to show you the refuge. Let me put Haiti and let's put 2018. This is before COVID. Oh, that's the earthquake. Let's put 2015. Sheesh. I want you to see how these people look, man. But all this African, but all this Haitian chaos, it's hard to see images accordingly, man. But I don't want to digress. You know, Haiti's in complete turmoil right now, which is another prophetic thing that's going on, right? All the areas, right? You know, all the areas where it says that we was captive, we're gonna end up going back home, right? To the land where they took us, right? We're gonna go back home. And for all my Haitians, man, you see this right here? You see this? Whenever you see this symbol right here, you run. That means they seeking blood. Look what they doing. They seeking blood. And they always start off with the children. You know, they do their chaos and then give them a lollipop for your services. Okay? But the desire for us to go back home, just seeing what I'm seeing, you understand? Just being alive to witness these things is beyond phenomenal to me. You understand? And the word tells us, and I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna show you in the word too, that it tells us that these things will come to pass, and it's coming to pass. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys prepared? I told you, the creators is waiting for us to get right. The angels is holding back the winds. The angels is holding back the gates to the heavens, which is the Holy Land. It's being held back. It's waiting for us. It's us that's not trying to get our priorities together and get ourselves right and get closer to the Creator and do the necessary things that we need to do to get back into the Holy Land. It's us that's not getting right. You feel me? It's really us, people. You know what I'm saying? And not only is it us, I'm just trying to upload something. Not only is it us that's not trying to get right, you know, it's gonna come a time where the creators is gonna get impatient. And I don't want it to get impatient off our ignorance, right? Because our ignorance is what's preventing us from really, you know, getting to that next phase, right? Their ignorance, the lack of belief and the lack of trust, still operating in faith, still thinking that you believe that you can fly. These are the things that's hindering you from getting into that next chapter. The next chapter is salvation, people. Salvation. Coming back to the fold, coming back to your nationality. This is what we gotta look forward to, coming back to our nationality, people. But we're not getting there because we don't want to let go of this religious doctrine, this religious belief, this religious approach, this religious foundation. We don't want to let it go. We think we're letting it go. We think we're letting it go. We're speaking their language. We're speaking their language. And we're putting our own little twist to it. And this is not me throwing shade, but I'm just telling you, it's a lot of things that we're doing that's unacceptable. The word says, honor thy mother and thy father. But these Europeans has told us to only honor a father. Where they do that at? All through Africa. We knew that it was a multiple beings that we worship. The word tells you that you're supposed to give praise and glory. Honor thy mother and thy father. Wisdom is known of her children. Solomon speaks about her. You know what I'm saying? Psalms, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, all of these books is giving reference to her. She plays a very pivotal point into our awakening. If you reject her, how can she talk to you if you don't even acknowledge her, act like she doesn't exist? The reason why we like this is because of the foundation that came with religion, bro. We're not religious people, we're righteous seeds. We're righteous seeds. We have to understand that. And yes, people in Africa are going to say one thing and another thing, but you got to also know that a lot of our people there has been colonized too. They had been misled and misdirected. Remember what Leopold said. This doctrine wasn't just for the Congo. This was for every mercenary that went all around the world that interacted with black people. This was the blueprint. This was the Berlin Conference. This was all of this. All of these things remain the same. How did the Berlin Conference, how did they even get the confidence to do so? Because they redirected our understanding. They purposely did that, guys. And I know it's a tough pill for brothers and sisters to swallow, pause, because a lot of us have been, we grew up with a religious foundation. And yeah, we seeing the lies, but we don't want to deviate from the religious foundation. Come on, people. Come on, people. You guys got to read the book of Sirach. You got to sit down and read it. You got to read the wisdom of Solomon. It says wisdom sits on the side of his throne. Remember, they the ones that took our records and rewrote it to fit their narrative, bro. When my homie told me, did you know that, Sonini Nanini is father and mother? I said, what? He said, yeah. At that time, he didn't get the information yet. He didn't get in too much information because where he's getting his studies from, his brothers and sisters that's from the land. And it's hard to get in contact with these people because their internet is not as prevalent as ours. It's not as strong. You know what I'm saying? It's hit or miss for them. But when the brother brought that information forth, and I was compelled. I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Just because you do that, that's all I needed. Because I've always felt that. Even before, I've always felt like, wait, this don't make sense, right? When you read the Old Test, right? We know the Old Test. We know that these things was interjections, right? And when you read the Old Test, and when you read European philosophies, they came up with monotheism. That's European. That's not of us. That is European. I'm not a European. So how can I have this great African awakening and I only put my focus onto the foundations of what the Europeans taught me? This is what the Pope teach. This is what Christopher Columbus was teaching. This is what Muhammad was teaching. Allah. This is what they was teaching. Prior to these creations of religion, every country, every nation knew that it was multiple. One of the main things Allah did when he got rid of he had to get rid of polytheism to promote this monotheism that was being funded by who? The Roman Catholic Church. Because what did Satan say he was going to do? He said he was going to transform himself into the angel of light and have every single person to bow down and worship him. Another reason why I tell you what I told you yesterday about getting on your knees in prayer. What did he tell? Matter of fact, we're not even going to talk. I'm just going to show it to you. Hold on. I'm just going to show it to you. Because a lot of you guys refuse to let go. A lot of you guys refuse to let go. Okay? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Because a lot of you guys are going to say that I'm tweaking. He don't know what he's talking about. What does this say? Let me see if I could get it to zoom in and you guys can see it. Okay. Let's start off with verse 8. It says, again, the devil take him up into exceedingly high mountain and show him all the kingdoms of this world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Right? Fall down and worship me. Now, let me take you to Exodus chapter 20. What does this say? Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Bow down thyself to them. Bow down. The only thing that's down on the ground was the serpent. That's part of the curse. And you know why the serpent has been lifted up? Because of this religion and how he made us fall. Because he went from the ground. He went from the ground. That's why your Savior came. He went from the ground to what? to what? He went from the ground and said what? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into the heavens. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Creator. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. How did he get from the ground to the clouds? How? Because of us following their customs. From their customs, created a religion. Then we started following their religion, and then now here we are. Here we are, fast forward to today, 2024, Matrix year. And now that we've been calling on their gods, the gods that is the grandfathers, the great grandfathers of these children, is building power and giving it unto them. But with the same goal, with all good things, everything that goes up must come down. You see, we were on high and we fell down. We didn't, but our fall down wasn't supposed to be the way we fell. It's because of our ignorance. It's because of our stiff neck. It's because of our disobedience. It's us. It was because of us. Like, none of that's gonna happen. We got too cocky. We got too prideful. We wasn't humble no more. We wasn't meek. That's why the word said the meek shall inherit the kingdom. We wasn't meek no more. The meek, when you hear inherit the kingdom, it's only the meek that's going to go back home. You're not going to be meek. You're not going to be meek if you're standing on what you're standing on. You're not going to be meek if you're saying, well, we're saying a name. We're calling on names. But yet we're calling on the names, but yet we keeping the foundations of the enemy. That's not being meek. That's us having our own perspective and standing on that and saying, this is what it is. That's not being meek. I didn't get this far because I was standing on what I stand on. Like I tell you guys all the time, I only bring forth the information that's displayed, that's laid upon me. I could just be sitting here minding my business, and the creators will take my hands and say, I want you to go look this thing up. And then I'll go look it up. And me just being a loyal individual, I say, yo, I'll bring it forth to my big bro. Why? Because my big bro, he's teaching me. And I want to say teaching. He's giving me clarity and I'm giving him clarity. You know what I'm saying? This is what two soldiers is doing when we at war. We strategize it. He pick mine, I pick his. He bring intel, I bring intel. We put it together and we all live well, because at the end of the day, the objection is for all of us to prevail. And that's what we've been doing. But the thing that we can do is receive revelation and say, hold on, let me go do this. And then I'll go, and then you go do that. And then it comes back like, nah, we're not going to do that. Who's giving the authority to, nah, we're not going to do that? That's not for us. Whatever intel comes, we got to eat that. Because the word says, let me show it to you. 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 Hold on. I think it's 2. 2 and 8. Hold on. Let me show it to you. No. My bad. 2 and 28. I know I wasn't tweaking. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. Let me share my screen again. Look what it says. Look what verse 28 says. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. He would be taking the blindfold, putting himself, they will be putting themselves back into you upon all flesh. Children, listen, and your sons, these are children. These are not the elderly. These are the children. How old was your Savior? He was 12 when he stood before who? He stood before the elders and was bringing forth information. It was looking like, wait, who the heck? Nah, this little boy is special. How he know all of this? Because the spirit of Sonini, the spirit of Nanini was in him and was given unto the people. This is how people was able to say, nah, that's the one that's the man Moses was talking about. That's the one. And it's the same thing that's going on right now into this world, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. You understand? Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. What you think is happening? What I'm saying is not for me. What you're saying is not for you. Don't listen to the nonsense that these people are teaching. Now all spirits is good spirits. Listen, let me tell you something. The creators is not gonna wake you up to let you know that you the children of Akobi for you to go for the devil to get in to give you bad spirits. Come on now. If that was the case, then Sonini would have just let you be regular, would have kept you inside of these congregations, kept you going to church on Sunday, kept you eating bread, kept you drinking blood, all of that. This is what I'm trying to tell you with this, what comes with this religion nonsense. We have to let go of this religion nonsense and get back to righteousness. We can't, I don't know. Wait, I was hearing something and I don't know which one. No, you got to go through it. You got to go through it. You got to go through that door. You got to read every book. You got to question everybody. Everybody needs to be questioned. Everybody, everything. Because we got the foundation now. This is the foundation that everything that these people has told us has been lies. So if I know that these people are known for lying, how can I then take their information as valid truth when I know that they're capable of lying, when I know that lying is in their DNA, when I know that lying is their whole repertoire? If somebody's whole repertoire is lying, you heard the saying, shame on you, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Well, we already been fooled. We already been lied to. So now that we are awakening, we getting these blindfolds taken off. These blindfolds has been taken off because something was talking to you. Something was inside of you. So now that we are here now, are we supposed to say, wait, now that I'm here, let me just sit back and relax, and I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait for the creator or somebody that's being led by the creators to know. It's not how it goes. We are all teachers in this, because this awakening is not just for us. There's 5,005. If there's 8 billion people on this earth, there's 50 million of Akobians that needs to get this word. And it's not gonna just take me. It's not gonna take Umdala. It's gonna take all of us. Your presence, what you do, how you talk, how you move, how you dress. That's how people is going to be awoken. And when they ask questions, you have the answer. Because you know they're going to ask questions. You know they're going to find reasons to ridicule the word and say, man, and then you bring them back to reality. But you can't wait. Don't just sit here and wait for me to come on at 11 o'clock for you to gather wisdom. Let the heavenly ones guide your path. If you feel like there's a stumbling block upon you, part of that stumbling block is because you refuse to let go of this religious aspect. I'm not a religious person. You're not religious. We don't know. Our ancestors, our forefathers did not know what religion was. Okay? So let me show you again. Okay? Let me show you again. For those that thinking I be bugging. Okay? See, I typed in religion. Old Testament, nothing. 5 times. Okay? Which knew me from the beginning, if they would testify that after the most shadiest sect of our religion, I lived a Pharisee. See, this is Paul. This is Paul, a religious man. That's how you know he's not part of Sonini. He's not an Akobian. He's a Hebrew. He's an Israel. He told you that. The only person that referred to himself as any one of these titles, he is a double agent. He is not of the Creator. I told you. Listen, I've been saying this for years. Now it's starting to come. Now it's coming to manifest. Been saying this. Even before I even knew I was an Akobian, I always felt, I was like, yo, son, what he's saying don't make sense. And then you had the teachers that say, yo, they'll give you that Peter verse. Look, even Peter said it's hard for you to understand Paul's speech. They had to put that in there because remember, Peter was given the keys, so they had to sneak that in there so you can look forward to embracing Paul. Saul, which one is it? Okay? Okay? No mention of it. Let me add the S. Let me add the S. 0. So if there's no mention of it, if there's no mention in the old, so why are you still subscribed into the ways of religion? You can't tell me you're children of Akobi and you still got your foundation of religion. Who's giving us this story? Remember, this is their rewritten book of our story. It was to fit their lifestyle, to put them on top, to give praise and glory to their father, the serpent that they got you on your knees praying to every day with your hands closed. You giving them power every time you operate in the space of religion. This is the time for us to get out of our slumber. Let me show you. You know, sometimes when Mama Love be inside, I just be going all over. But look at this, man. Look at this. Jeremiah 29:14. And I read this for you the last time when I told you there would be no Exodus. I forgot the title, but you know which one I'm talking about. Those that have been listening to these live, you know which one. Look at verse 14. It says, and I will be found of you, said the Creator, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, said the Creator, and I will bring you again into, listen to this very, very powerful point right here in this verse. And I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive. Where was we carried away captive? You guys gotta provide me with a doctrine or with a book that show us being carried away from the Mediterranean into America, into the Caribbean. You guys gotta show me that. You guys gotta show me where we was carried away in the rivers of Jordan and end up in these places. Because if we're saying we come from Israel, you got to provide me with the documentations that show us that. Don't tell me we fled and landed in the area, and from this area, we was what? We was then captured. So then the question lies is simple. This is the question that I ask. Show me where did it say that we will flee a land, be found in the land where we fled to, and then get shipped to another land. You must show me that. Because it has to happen. The way that we fell, when you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, because that's the Israel favorite precept. When you read that, like I told you before, these are chronological events that was taking place simultaneously. This was going to happen first. This was going to happen later. Then this, then that, then that, then that. And then the final blow to all of these things, you will be removed from the land altogether. Because when you read the curses was turning righteous, holy people into religious, cursed people. Yeah, I don't think they heard me. The curses was turning righteous, holy, righteous people into cursed religious people. You thinking I'm lying? Let me show you again. Let me show you again. Let me show you again. You guys don't understand. These things was happening in the land. You see, there's the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall all nations with thou knowest not eat it up. Who started coming into your land? Who owns your gold? Who owns these things? These things wasn't happening in America. These things wasn't happening in no Israel. There's absolutely nothing going on over there. These are those people that was from Israel that came into your land and prevailed and had you guys living in hell. Come on, people. Come on. Let me show you. Okay? You guys gotta make it make sense. All of this happened on the land. Let me find it. Okay? Right here. Okay? 64. And the Creator shall scatter thee amongst all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Okay? Okay? The Creator's telling you this is what's going to happen. Because of your disobedience, because of your pride, because of your lust, because of your stiff neck, I'm gonna turn you into these heathens. Then after you've become a full-fledged heathen, I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna kick you off the land. I'm gonna kick you off the land, right? And the Creator shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way thereof. By the way thereof I speak unto you. Thou shalt see it no more again. See? Once you became a genetically modified, a Israel, a Christian, a Islam, right? You will never see this again. Thou shalt see it no more. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies. Who's been selling you? You've been selling every day. Anytime you wake up, you go to work, you're being sold. You have been sold. You sell with your birth certificate, your social security, all of this. You've been sold. You got when you enroll into the army, you've been sold. Yeah, join, apply, sign up. You're being sold. Okay? Unto your enemy for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall redeem you. No man shall buy you. Nobody wants you. Not a single person wants you. Nobody. Who's gonna buy Akobi? Nobody. Who's gonna sell for Akobi? Nobody. 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 Why? Because of our disobedience. And yet the same wood and stone is the same thing that we still doing now. This is why we have not yet seen any maneuvers. Now that we got the name, now it's time for you to start doing your studies. It's time for you to start doing your studies. Time for you to wake up and realize that we supposed to be giving praise and glory to your mother and your father. I got the books to show you. I got the books to show you. Even these heathens know that. But as long as you calling on Jesus, you call on all the other names. As long as you calling on that and you giving praise and glory to a singular and not a plural, you're going to remain at the bottom. They know this. Like I tell you guys before, the final push is to do what? Is to give us this Isis Ra-El doctrine. And when this fails, I repeat, when this fails and brothers start falling away from the Isis Ra-El, brothers start calling themselves the children of Akobi, brothers and sisters start calling on the heavenly ones, Sonini, Nanini. When they start doing that, I promise you, YouTube will be banned and everything. Bible talk will be banned. All of that will be a dub, and you will be arrested and thrown in jail for Jesus' sake. Because you denounce Jesus, because you denounce Christ, because you denounce European philosophy, you will be thrown in jail and persecuted, all in the name of Jesus. Don't get it twisted when they try. This is what the religion has taught brothers and sisters. Look, we're going to go to jail for Christ's name's sake. So we're going to stand with Christ, and Christ he's going to redeem us. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die in the name of Christ. This is the madness. This is captivity. This is slavery. This is mental slavery right there. Just listen to what I just said to you. And among them say you're going to die for among them who supposedly came to die for you. Now you're going to die for him. Hey, if that right there don't sound crazy, I really don't know what to tell you. But you must understand that you're being led astray. The word does not tell you that at all. The word does not tell you that. Matter of fact, let's go back into that verse. Right here. Okay? And I will cause you to be carried away. And I will bring you again into the place whence I cause you to be carried away captive. Cause you to be carried away. Carried away. Put in ships. Removed. You're going to be carried away. Take off these glasses. You're going to be carried away. These are the things that you're going to start seeing. The desire. Let me show you. Let me show you how the creators is going to make you desire to go back home. I'm going to show you. And this is for all educational purposes too. I don't need these people. I don't need these people attacking me. See this?
This story begins far beyond the mountains and the shadows. On the other side of the light, a lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood. A lion who would change our lives forever. Mufasa.
Only one place in the world
will shake. Destiny awaits you.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Make it make sense, man. You guys got to make it make sense. The world is starting to see the beauty of Africa. A place that once was called a cursed land. And it's only cursed for us because these Europeans is reaping all the benefits about it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on. See if I can pull this up. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull this up, man. Pull this up. Let's see if I can get a video. And again, let me click this one because this is not YouTube. I don't want to hear these people's mouths. Look at this. This is South Africa. This is Johannesburg. No volume for educational purposes. But just look. Compared to the images that they used to show us of Africa being a dirt field. Let's go back. It's another one. Look. See if I could throw it bigger. There we go. Don't show big. That's cool. Let's look at these places, man. Let's look at these places. Oh, this is Taiwan. I ain't give a damn about no Taiwan. Let's look at these places. I don't on the copyrights of these songs, but I just want you to just look. This is your home. This is your land. When the children comes back, by default, these heathens will have to go. That's why they want you to claim to be an African American. This is why they want you to believe that you come from America. America's the Holy Land. They want you to claim prison. These people want you to claim prison while they all in your space, living good, beautiful weather, beautiful women, beautiful men. All in your space. Got you believing that ISIS Ra'el is your location. When Mamre, South Africa is all, everybody knows that. Come on now. This is yours. This is yours. You got bridges, everything. Remember, the word said that they got to rebuild the stuff that they messed up. All of these things, this is them rebuilding it, setting it up for you. Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on, people. This is yours. But you won't be able to experience it until you get yourself back to the place where you need to be. You got to get back into your righteousness. This whole area is being purged right now. The whole land is being purged. Everything. Massive clean. Setting up the stage for you. The Creator said he will gather you back. The Creator said he will gather you back. You will be gathered back. Oh, 6. Make sure I'm in the right one. You will be gathered back. You will be gathered back. Time to come back, people. It's time to come back. What's that? It's time to come back, people. In 2 days. In 2 days. When I find it, I'll give it to you. I'll bring it out tomorrow. In 2 days, people. Come back. Seek your righteousness. Denounce this religion. Take these curses upon you. Wood and stone. Wood and stone also means the foundation that made the wood and stone as powerful as it is. You gotta let it go. You gotta cleave and give all praise and glory to the heavenly ones, your mother and your father, because your mother is the one that's gonna teach you, and the father is the one that's going to protect you, that's gonna bring wrath upon this earth. Mama wasn't created to be in combat. Woman wasn't created to be in combat. That is not her duty. That's where daddy comes in. That's when daddy go send the warriors, go send the soldiers, go make the earth do what it do. He gives that finger. Mama love ensures that you survive based on the knowledge and understanding that she displays to you. And I know it's a tough pill to swallow because a lot of you guys is still in the aspect of religion. Talk to the creators and have them remove that from you. Don't bow on your knees. Don't close your hands. Open your hands. Stand up tall like a tree and look upon the sky and say, Heavenly ones, guide me. Read for yourself. Seek the understanding for yourself. And when it's all said and done, you will then say, thank you. You have guided me. And we shall all overcome and shall win at the end, because at the end of the day, it's about our victory. It's about reclaiming our land, taking back what was stolen from us, the gold, the diamonds, the rubies, the titaniums. All of these things have been stolen from your land. And you've been tossed out into the water to drown. But Mama Love has been keeping us above water. And now we starting to swim like dolphins. We swimming in the word. The cleansing is taking place. The word is like a living water. You're earning for it. You're thirsty for it. It's soothing yourself. It's soothing us, and that's what they don't want. That's why, like I said, they're pushing now this ISIS-Rael movement, because that is the final frontier. And I know brothers be watching this. I know they be listening. I know that some of them is trying to find rebuttals to what's being said, and others is saying, nah, he right. The ones that's saying he's right are too afraid to stand up on the mighty side of the creators, because they are afraid that they don't want to forsake the assembly. The assembly has already been forsaken the minute you was calling on these fallen deities. Shem Gaza is the father of Ahaya. I told you this. Ahaya is a Nephilim king. Let me say that again. Ahaya is a Nephilim king. And your teachers found out about this Nephilim king from the book of the witches. How is the witches calling on this name that's supposedly be holy, and the word tells you that the witch is supposed to be destroyed from amongst you? But the witches and warlock books is what they're reading to give you to call on those names. And you're wondering why you're still the tail and not the head. Y'all wondering why there won't be no exodus. You can try as much as you want. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I know what's in store for me and mine. Believe me. I'm fully prepared for the rainy day. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that time is going to come where we will be gathered right back onto that ship. Ain't gonna be no plane flying, nothing. We're gonna be on that ship because that plane journey is a counterfeit lie. It does not take 15 goddamn hours to get from America to goddamn from America to goddamn Africa. That's a goddamn lie. That journey is as quick as possible. They got to tell you it's 15 hours because they got to make that trip so dreadful that you're going to question, be like, damn, do I want to do another 15-hour flight? That's why they did that. They got to make it uncomfortable because if you realize how fast it was for you to get from A to B, you will be over there every opportunity you get. And they can't afford that. Because like the word says, when we go back into the land, everything must shut down. Because once you touch down, the creators is gonna make you come to those areas. Those areas where you see and they got them amusement park safaris. Those are the areas where the mounts are, where they're forbidding brothers and sisters to go there intentionally. Because they know once you get on top of that mount, you might just get a revelation. You might just get a conversation where something or someone is going to say, take off them goddamn shoes. You know where you at, Playboy? Oh, did you hear that? Because religion made you believe that story is, oh, that's not real. Why? You know why it's not real? Because you are in prison. The creator hands don't dwell in filth. America is filth, bro. Israel is filth. There's only one particular place where his eyes dwell, where his feet dwell. It's clean, it's holy. Those areas, they can't even mess with it. They gotta make it a national park. Make it forbidden. They can't even mess with it. Come on, people. I can't make this stuff up, man. Hey, listen. Support the movement, man. That's all I want to tell you, man. Repent or Die podcast. We're on every podcast platform. We got brand new episodes every week. Every day is alive. We outside. We not stopping. We're going to continue keeping our foot on these heathens, these he-gros, and the newly installed heathenite snakes. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Listen to the creator say it one time for the one time. And I'm going to holler at y'all. One.